Today we're going to focus on the ways soil is useful. First of all, what is soil?
Soil is the loose upper layer of the Earth's surface where plants grow. Soil consists of a mix of organic material, such as decayed plants and animals, and broken bits of rocks and minerals.
Okay. My next question is, how is soil useful?
One way soil is useful is we use it to grow plants. We need those plants to grow food. People and animals both need food to survive. If you grow any food, you of course must wash it. We are being very careful washing our hands and our food right now. Let's see if we can find some other food that has grown in my backyard. Let's see, is that an apple tree? Do you think that apple really grew in my backyard? But apples do grow on trees, and trees grow in the soil. Animals also need plants to survive. Those plants that grow from the soil. There's a panda eating some bamboo. Soil is also useful because it's home to some animals. And here you see some soil that a worm moved around. Worms live in soil. What's another animal that might use soil as its home? Another way soil is useful is that when it rains, it soaks up all that water so that it doesn't flood. Let me show you some pictures so I can explain what I mean. This is Pecan Park. It rained so much that day that the soil couldn't hold any more water, and so it made the park flood. This is what a house could look like after it rains if the soil didn't absorb any of the rainwater. Let's use what we've learned and answer the question. What are some ways soil is useful? It is useful for plant growth. It is useful because it's home to some animals. And it is useful because it soaks up the rain to prevent floods. Now it's time to get your hands dirty. We are going to do an experiment with the soil. Soil is made up of different layers, so we want to see if we can find the different layers in the soil. You're going to need a clear container. I use this one right here is an old spaghetti jar that had spaghetti sauce in it. Just anything you can find around the house. Fill it up about halfway with dirt. I did a little bit too much there. I think I emptied some out. I ended up testing 3 different spots in my yard. This dirt looked totally different than the other dirt, so I wanted to test this too. This one I just put it into a clear cup, filled it up about halfway. Then after you put your dirt in, you're going to fill it with water. That one was a vase that I found that I filled with dirt. That dirt right there, the middle one, is store-bought dirt. Okay, so shake it up after you have the water. Shake it up. I didn't want to shake that one. I stirred it, stirring it with my spoon, and then it seemed like it was just sucking up all the water. So I added a little bit more water and stirring it up. And then this other one, as you can see, is a totally different color. Stirring up that one, there's my dog Pepper. After letting the water sit for a couple minutes, I came back to look and make some observations. I could see different layers in my soil. I noticed some things floating at the top of the water. This was the best one. The next best one was this. The store-bought soil just floated to the top.